Welcome to another video. Hope everyone's doing alright and that. Welcome to the start of a new model build. This time it's a turn of the Ford Escort Mk1. It's the first model of the bunch I've managed to buy off some guy on Facebook. Proper nice guy in that. He had an Aladdin's cave of models. I've never seen anything like it. It was a 40-foot barn, floor to ceiling of any kind of model you can think of. Trucks, planes, boats, space stuff, aircraft, military stuff. Everything was there, absolutely everything. It was a bit overwhelming, but I managed to get my hands on 4 kits. I'm going to arrange to go back up and have another poke around in that for future builds. And yeah, fantastic. So we're going to be doing this one today, the Ford Mk1 Escort. It might be over 2 or 3 videos. And I'm going to work the others in with the models I've already got lined up in that. Fantastic. So let's get it out of the box, see what I'm going to be dealing with, and build ourselves a Ford Mk1 Escort. Right, that's everything that come in the box. I've been on the ScaleMates website and I've done a little bit of history digging about this model kit, and it come out in 1969, so it's a pretty old tooling and that, so I might have some fit problems and that, but we'll tackle them when we come to them. But it was reshelled as a Haynes special edition thing in 2009. That's when this new box came about. This one. They've done 4 in the set. He did have them 2 there. I should have grabbed them at the time, but I got a little bit overwhelmed with how many there was and that, and I was only on my first box. So I left them, but hopefully they might be there for the next time I go open that. And this kit continued on till 2012. And I think it's just been the same kit all the time, the same tool. But it doesn't look too tricky in that. There's a few little small parts on it, which I'm going to have to be careful with. But my plan, we've got the paints here. I won't be using them because they've probably been in there since 2008 or something. I'll take the brush though, they come in handy. Fantastic. But my plan is to work through the instructions as I go on that. I'm going to try and concentrate on getting as much detail in as I can. Might take us a bit longer, but I think it'll be worth it in that. So I'm going to concentrate in the first video on the engine. I might have to put some of this together and painting it up. Absolutely fantastic. Then in the second video, we'll probably work on the interior, then the body work and that, and see it all come together. Fantastic. But we'll have a look at the parts and that. That's the body. Tell you what, looks alright, you know. For something that was produced in 1969, looks fine. We've got the driver. I don't know if I'm going to have a go at the driver. I wasn't going to put one in anyway. I might. We'll see how we'll get on in that. But fantastic. We've got the decals. I don't know if you can see these on the camera, but there's like a haze over the top of them. So they might be knackered. But we've got 2 chances anyway. They're only number plates. And if they are knackered, it doesn't really matter, does it? Like I say, they're only number plates. But we'll put them up there, out the way, keep them dry. Got with glass. I am going to try and put like window rubbers and that on. See how I get on with that. I haven't decided on a colour yet. I don't know whether to go with a blue or a red. I've got blues and reds. Or if I go with something a bit more 1970, like a gold or a bronze or something like that. But tell us in the comments which colour you think I should go for in that. It's not set in stone yet. I've still got a week or so to go in that. So yeah, fantastic. So right. Let's stop the waffling and let's start the building. Fantastic.
Launched at the very end of 1967 and officially unveiled at the Brussels Motor Show in early 1968, the Mk1 Escort quickly became one of Britain's most recognisable and best-loved cars. It was designed to replace the Ford Anglia and was the first car produced by the newly formed Ford of Europa, collaboration between Ford's British and German branches. The idea was simple: to make a car that worked for everyone. From the moment it hit the road, the Escort spoke to the everyday driver. It had a fresh, modern shape with its distinctive dog-bone front grille and curved side, stylish but not flashy. It was compact, easy to drive and cheap to run. with a choice of engines ranging from the humble 1.1 litre to the slightly more spirited 1.3 and 1.6 litre options. It had just the right amount of go for daily life in towns and suburbs across the UK. For many families, the Mk1 Escort was their first proper car used for school runs, trips to the seaside, and weekend errands. It was tough, reliable, and easy to fix with a spanner and a bit of patience. You didn't need to be a mechanic to keep it on the road. Local garages knew them inside and out, and parts. Cheap and everywhere. Over 2 million Mk1 Escorts were produced between 1968 and 1975, before it was replaced by the Mark II. And while many were driven into the ground or rusted away in driveways, the ones that survived are now prized classics. It became a common sight on every street. You'd see Escorts parked outside terraced houses, on country lanes, and stacked up at supermarket car parks. Whether you were a postman, a tradesman, or a new driver, there was probably a time when a Mk1 Escort had a place in your life for someone you knew. It wasn't flashy, and it didn't pretend to be, but it was dependable, and it gave people freedom away to get to work, take the family out, or escape for the weekend. For the working class families of the late 60s and early 70s, that meant a lot. Over 2 million Mk1 Escorts were produced between 1968 and 1975, before it was replaced by the Mark II. And while many were driven into the ground or rusted away in driveways, the ones that survived are now prized classics. Not because they were rare or exotic, but because they were part of people's everyday lives. They hold memories of first cars, first jobs, first road trips, and now Joe's bringing one of those memories back to life in scale. A model of a car that was once ordinary, but now feels special. Whether you're here for nostalgia, the craftsmanship, or just a good story, you're in the right place. Enough from me for this part of the video. I'll hand you back to Joe and some music. Hit like and subscribe if you enjoy Joe's videos. He'd really appreciate it.
You came along when roads were changing, when drivers wanted more than just a way to get from here to there, with a shape that caught the eye and a growl that stirred the soul. You weren't just a car, you were a movement. The road belonged to you. Every mile, every turn, from quiet lanes to roaring tracks, you lit the fire, we felt it burn. The road belonged to you. Built with purpose, driven with pride. You didn't shout, you proved yourself. In the hands of the bold, you danced. On tarmac, you conquered the wild. Legends aren't born, they're built. One corner, one gear shift, one finish line at a time. And when the dust settles, your name still echoes in the hearts of those who remember and those who never forgot. The road belonged to you. Your wheels wrote history, and though the world moves on, your legacy stays free. The road belonged to you. moves on, your legacy stays free. The road belonged to you.
Right, I think I'm going to leave this part of the video here. The engine block's just about all built up and that, fantastic. I put as much detail in as I possibly could. I thought I was going to regret painting the parts first, but it sort of worked out up to now and that, fantastic. I've got all the bits on where they should go. A little bit awkward to start with everything being so small, but we've done alright, Nice blue airbox and that on it. I did go on to prime everything that I needed to, and I've painted some bits black and some bits silver, but I might have to go back over them. I got a bit carried away with the grill here, and it doesn't look too good like, so I'll probably revisit that in the next video and that. And yeah, fantastic. So if you like the video, hit likes, hit subscribes and that. Do all the YouTubey stuff for us, and I'll see you on part 2. Fantastic. See you later.